ahead of the crucial Karnataka Assembly polls on the 10th of May. And mega public rallies, road shows and conferences that have been planned, which will be led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, BJP National President JP Nadda, and all the key names of BJP who will be campaigning in full strength on the ground in the next few days. As you see those pictures and the very warm reception that these star faces are getting. Basavaraj Bommai to file his nomination, and along with him BJP National President JP Nadda and superstar Kichcha Sudeep. Prajwal, if I can come back to you as you take us through the details of how BJP is leading their campaign.
Yes. Now looking at what has happened from 2008 to 2023, we clearly see that once Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai started contesting from the 2008 Assembly elections, he's only been winning by record margins. The stats are out here to prove that. His margin of victory in the 2018 Assembly elections was 33%. It increased to 41% in 2013, and in 2018 he's won by a margin of over 52%. This in itself shows the sort of popularity which Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai enjoys, and also this apart from the fact that he was only a minister in B.S. Yediyurappa's cabinet as well, and he was also one of the prominent faces, but he's largely played his role as the Home Minister in the state of Karnataka in maintaining law and order. But this time around, when he's coming back in 2023 and campaigning in his own assembly constituency, he's campaigning as the Chief Minister of Karnataka, and him being elevated to the topmost position in the state of Karnataka goes ahead and speaks volumes about what he's gone on to achieve. Not only the belief and the confidence of the former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa, but he's also earned a respect for himself, a name for himself with the BJP High Command as well. And therefore, both Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah have now and again stressed on the fact that they will be fighting these elections under the leadership of Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai and also B.S. Yediyurappa, which means to show that he enjoys a lot of support from the High Command, and there are no second thoughts about it, Nupur.
Absolutely, Prajwal, and there you see how they are certainly grabbing all the eyeballs on the ground, as it is star-studded in every possible way that it can be. Not only is it Kichcha Sudeep, as a front face for the BJP there in that campaign in Shigaon, from where Basavaraj Bommai is all set to file his nomination, but also BJP National President JP Nadda, and a very, very extensive campaign that has been planned by the BJP, as they want to leave no stone unturned in Karnataka ahead of the polls on the 10th of May. And that it is Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, JP Nadda, Rajnath Singh, Nitin Gadkari, Yediyurappa, all the names that one can possibly think of will be on the ground there connecting with the people. And there you see how there is a lot of excitement as they're moving ahead with the roadshow. Supporters of Basavaraj Bommai, as they are waving those saffron flags as they slowly move ahead to file his nomination. Prajwal, continue talking to us to what and how the BJP has planned this mega campaign on the ground.
Right. The sort of strategy that has been made by the BJP on the ground, especially across all the 6 regions of Karnataka, has been such that they have made sure that they have already gone ahead and identified their important leaders too. But apart from that, we are also clearly going on and seeing that they have divided their leadership also into 6 regions as well. Because initially for the Vijay Sankalpa Yatra, which started out in the state of Karnataka, across all the 224 assembly constituencies saw 4 teams. These 4 teams made sure that they traveled the length and breadth of the entire state of Karnataka. Mainly in coastal Karnataka, you saw that the BJP state president Nalin Kumar Katil was accompanied by the BJP national president JP Nadda, and they made sure that no matter what, they will stick to coastal Karnataka and will get as many votes, and they will try to woo as much as possible too. But on the other hand, mainly in the Lingayat belt, which is the North Karnataka region, the Hubli Karnataka region, Maharashtra Karnataka region, we saw tall leaders like B.S. Yediyurappa and Basvaraj Bommai campaigning for the BJP party. And in central Karnataka as well as in Bengaluru as well, we saw that leaders and ministers from assembly constituencies representing the larger part of Bengaluru and Bengaluru rural were in sync with what the party stated, and they went ahead and mentioned the sort of schemes which was also introduced by both the state government as well as the central government too. And the highlight of it was also the fact of the Jal Jeevan mission, which I have been again and now repeating, because when you come to rural Karnataka and when people question as to why is the double engine government successful in Karnataka, mainly in rural Karnataka, it is largely to do with the sort of schemes that has been introduced by the central government as well. And this has something which has been very successful, and also the infra trade corridors which has been inaugurated, 6 corridors to be very precise, and also the helicopter chopper manufacturing unit in Gubbi in Tumkur, which the state government did go about and construct, along with the HAL, has also gone ahead and proved to be quite a massive boost ahead of the elections for the BJP party. So somewhere the blueprint for the BJP party in the state of Karnataka to achieve victory was very clear since the time that the Vijay Sankalpa Yatra started, and apart from which the booth-to-booth campaigning started as well, because somewhere Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his speeches has repeatedly gone on to stress the fact that no matter what, each and every Karyakarta on the ground should be reached out by all the leaders too. And this was something which has been stressed and which they did as well. And on a booth level connect, they reached out to all the Karyakartas, and that is why they strongly believe that they will be able to secure absolute majority in the upcoming elections in the state. Also now to just
even when we talk about Basavaraj Bommai, who has been making headlines, especially when he shifted Muslims from backward classes to the economically weaker section to raise the quota limit for Vokaligas and Lingayats. Just 2 days ago, he also made a statement saying that he is an Ambedkarwadi, and he announced an increase in reservation for the SC community. So really, as today he's there to file his nominations very carefully, that they're making every political move ahead of the polls. Yes, more or less the BJP has been doing it, because you saw in their list of candidates as well, prominent leaders from the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes are also featured in the list as well. And somewhere this all started with the BJP laying foundation by increasing the reservation for the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes too, especially the increase from 15% to 17% for the scheduled caste, and from almost to 7% for the scheduled tribes, 5% to 7% for the scheduled tribes. This in itself turned out to be a huge clincher for the BJP government. But then somewhere around, the Congress tried to politicize the entire matter, because what also happened was the fact that the minority reservation was scrapped by the Bommai government, which is the 2B category, and 2% of it was given to the Vokaligas and 2% of it was given to the Lingayats as well. And the minority community in large stated that they have been cheated, and they also faced a lot of outrage. But then to counter that, even the Muslims were also moved to the economically weaker sections, that is under the EWS, where they go ahead and get to enjoy 10% of reservation too. And this is something which turned out to be very crucial. Reservations has also been a point of concern here. Why? Because of the fact
fact that when the scheduled caste, when internal reservations was introduced for the scheduled caste, we clearly went ahead and saw that the touchables had only 4.5% reservation. So the touchables, mainly which consists of the Banjara, Bhovi, the Kichcha and the Korma communities, protested in large, especially against B.S. Yediyurappa, because the fact is that the Banjara community, no matter what, has always remained loyal to B.S. Yediyurappa. And the reason is that B.S. Yediyurappa, because they were loyal to B.S. Yediyurappa, they demanded that 17%. The entire 17% should be given to all the communities too. And this was something which was taken in for consideration, but finally the state government sent in a proposal to the center as well, saying that the internal reservation should be brought in because there will also be order as well. So this is something which has been seen. And just shifting our focus to the visuals that we are seeing on our screens. This particular roadshow has, we have already covered over 1 kilometer is what we get to understand now, where the BJP party workers are saying that it has already been 1 kilometer since this particular roadshow has begun. And initially it was supposed to stop here and then take a U-turn and go to the ground. But looking at the sea of saffron and the sort of support that the BJP is receiving, Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai along with the BJP National President have decided to go ahead and continue this roadshow as well. And we have reached such a junction where the entire town of the Shiga city is being covered as well. So this is something which is absolutely important and absolutely something that has to be seen. And more or less now we are looking at the culmination of this rally, the end of this particular rally now, where shortly they will be going inside to go ahead and address a massive convention too. So all said and done, seems like the BJP has been quite successful in going ahead and showing their strength, absolute strength out here, and this is something which has turned out to be quite beneficial for them ahead of the assembly elections too. And also there had been a host of issues mainly pertaining to Shigaon as well. From 2018, from 2008 to 2023, the transformation is very evident to be seen, is what the Chief Minister's son Baswaraj Bommai stated when he spoke shortly to us. But this is something which is definitely massive and a huge show of support for Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai as well.
And Prajwal, really talking about how the BJP goes full throttle when it comes to getting the best faces on the ground. Now, even if it is about cashing in on the popularity of superstar Kichcha Sudeep, who had taken quite a hit by the opposition when he decided to campaign for the BJP, so much so that they even went on to talk about blocking his films. But that did not stop him from going out to support the BJP, and he is now one of the star campaigners in Karnataka ahead of the polls. And that is so evident on the ground when you see these three faces exude power and grab all the eyeballs, where these are the three faces really leading the campaign for the BJP on the ground as we talk. All right, not too sure if Prajwal can hear me, and clearly you see those pictures coming in from Shigaon in Karnataka, where supporters have gathered in full strength. That is the road show led by BJP National President JP Nadda, accompanied with Baswaraj Bommai and Kichcha Sudeep. And Bommai is all set to file his nomination, for the very reason that we see such huge numbers of supporters on the ground. Remember, it's a big day ahead of the polls on the 10th of May in Karnataka, because we see a massive campaign that has been planned by the BJP, as just a short while ago they had also released its list of star campaigners, and B.Y. Vijendra is also to file his nominations. On the other hand, we'll also see Jagdish Shettar from Hubli Dharwar Central, who will be filing his nomination in the presence of Congress leaders. Siddaramaiah is also to file his nomination from Varuna Assembly constituency. So all in all, massive roadshows that have been planned across 4 districts. But Prajwal, I want to come back to you if you can hear me. I was really mentioning how BJP is also cashing in on the popularity of Kichcha Sudeep, who is a huge star in the state, and he also had to face a lot of backlash clearly from the opposition, I beg your pardon, from the Congress to be particular, who did not want that Kichcha Sudeep goes ahead to support the BJP. But there you see the kind of reception they're receiving on the ground, because these are the 3 powerful faces right there interacting with the people as Bommai is all set to file his nomination.
Absolutely, because one thing that is very important over here is the fact that no matter what, the sort of popularity which Kichcha Sudeep enjoys is something which cannot be forgotten, or something which can never be forgotten as well, because he shares he shares a very close relationship with Chief Minister Basraj Bommai, and it is mainly to do with the fact that he considers him more like a father figure as well. And as he considers him as a father figure, he's gone ahead and he's supporting Chief Minister Basraj Bommai in his own capacity. And he stated that it is not that he's supporting any one party, but he strongly believes in the ideology and the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well. Because he mentioned one important thing, and he said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is someone who has taken the entire country to an altogether next level, and this is an era of G20 presidency which India is witnessing, and everybody is proud to be an Indian in today's age, and this has been responsible mainly because of the leadership and the vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And he's also lauded some of the schemes which had been introduced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi too. And when it comes to Chief Minister Basraj Bommai, he stated that the sort of rapport that he enjoys with Chief Minister Basraj Bommai is such that of a father-son relationship bonding that they have, and he fondly calls him Mama, meaning to state that uncle. And he stated that no matter what the critics may be, he will go on and support Chief Minister Basraj Bommai, and now there is no question of taking a step back and withdrawing from the campaign. But on the other hand, you have seen both the JDS and the Congress demanding for a ban on the movies of Kichcha Sudeep, demanding a ban on all his content on OTT and online platforms. And also recently we saw the Congress approaching the Election Commission of India, where they stated that all his all his images as well as pictures from hoardings, from buntings, as well as from these barriers or standees which is being installed by the police as well, because he's a brand ambassador for some of the popular brands across the nation as well, and him being seen on that was quite evident too. And therefore now they have approached the Election Commission, but so far the Election Commission has not sent any order, because according to the rules which has been put by the Election Commission, if he is a candidate, then yes, all his content will have to be taken off and everything. But he's only a star campaigner, so why go ahead and cause a problem for the star campaigner is what the BJP is going ahead and questioning. And also the Karnataka Film Chamber of Commerce has largely been standing with the artist and stating that they absolutely have no sort of problem to whichever artist they go on, to whichever party they go on and support, but the livelihoods of the artist should not be affected is also something which was pointed out again as well. So these are some important things which took place once Kichcha Sudeep came in. But also we need to remember the fact that Sudeep enjoys a lot of fanfare, not only in the BJP party but also cutting across all the party lines. lines, because he's also a very close friend to the KPCC president, DK Shivakumar as well. We also just saw a few months ago, before that public appearance by Kichcha Sudeep with Chief Minister Bommai. He also posed for pictures with the KPCC president DK Shivakumar as well. So all in well, we will have to look at it as to how it pans out. But definitely Sudeep enjoys a lot of support, and there are no questions asked about it, and he will definitely go ahead and influence the outcome of these elections. And on this note, we'll quickly slip into a short break, but live and rolling coverage from Battleground Karnataka in Shigawe Assembly constituency.
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
The throne of the leadership I convey to Prime Minister Modi of India.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी G20 इवेंट के दौरान नेताओं के साथ द्विपक्षीय बैठक करेंगे।
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goals. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track to deliver. Even India won't deliver everything, but India has improved faster than any other G20 nation from 2015 to 19. India shows that prioritizing achievable, deliverable development matters. Yet the rich world incessantly stress climate change. And yes, climate is a challenge, but one of many. And currently climate policies cost trillions of dollars, yet deliver trivial temperature reductions in a century from now. In a world where we can't do everything, India is uniquely placed to demand the world focus on the most efficient development policies first. Growth, jobs, education, health is at the top of India's priorities, as it is across most of the world. Climate is there too, but nowhere near the top. I will talk about how smart policies can help India and the world achieve amazing progress for little money. Better education, ending tuberculosis, more trade, lower mortality for mothers and infants, higher agricultural production, and better nutrition. Chairing the G20, India can help all of us focus on the smartest solutions for the challenges faced by the Global South. I'll challenge popular opinion at India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit, which is by far India's most high-profile event. I'll see you there.
You come from the northeast, but then the concept of integrated India, Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat Ka, this concept is very relevant to every state and specifically the northeast. So I think it's the balance and between that, and I think the leadership along with the flexibility in the constitutional framework that we have is really what will allow this beautiful nation of ours, which has this complexity, yet, as you said, the nation first approach is really what is a way to move forward in. And so I think there is always a way forward, respecting the different communities, respecting the difference that we have, and yet keeping the nation first is really the way forward that we need.
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
there is a certain motivated opposition that is trying to wield control over the top court.
Anyone who chooses to misbehave with the Supreme Court and causes misdemeanor should be taken.
And we continue to get you those live pictures as JP Nadda, Basavaraj Bommai and Kichcha Sudeep are on their way as Bommai is all set to file his nomination. It is BJP's star-studded Shigaon show that is on display, as just a short while ago BJP had also released its list of 40 star campaigners, including stalwarts like Prime Minister Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, JP Nadda, Yogi Adityanath and the others for the upcoming polls, as Prime Minister Modi is set to lead almost 15 to 20 rallies in the poll-bound state of Karnataka. In fact, Home Minister Amit Shah, who will also be campaigning on the 21st and the 22nd of April. And Kichcha Sudeep, who fondly calls Basavaraj Bommai Mama, is campaigning along with Bommai and Nadda, as they're all set to move ahead, where Bommai will be filing his nomination. Supporters there gathering in full strength, and those are live pictures from Haveri district's Shigaon, where Bommai has said that this time he is confident of winning with the largest majority and has a huge support on the ground. On that note, it's time for us to slip into a very short commercial break, but we'll keep you updated with all the latest poll details coming in from Karnataka. Stay with us.
फाइव जी सर्विस, जो कि एक बहुत ही क्रांतिकारी सर्विस के तौर पर माना जा रहा है। भारत सबसे अधिक तीव्र गति से डिजिटलीकरण करने वाली इकोनॉमी है।
$13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
Dragging back economic fugitives, fantastic. But a crackdown on corruption alone is not enough to steer the economy.
That is where the reforms are not just to remove those who are with several cases of corruption and disproportionate assets. This will ensure that at a local level, no officer can go about saying, hey, I've come to inspect you, without the system approving it.
You come from the northeast, but then the concept of integrated India, Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat ka, this concept is very relevant to every state and specifically the northeast.
So I think it's the balance and between that, and I think the leadership along with the flexibility in the constitutional framework that we have is really what will allow this beautiful nation of ours, which has this complexity, yet, as you said, the nation first approach is really what is a way to move forward in. And so I think there is always a way forward, respecting the different communities, respecting the difference that we have, and yet keeping the nation first is really the way forward that we need.
5G सर्विस, जो कि एक बहुत ही क्रांतिकारी सर्विस के तौर पर माना जा रहा है। भारत सबसे अधिक तीव्र गति से डिजिटलीकरण करने वाली इकोनॉमी है।
That at every point, any agency, whether it's the ED, the CBI, the ACB, questions need to be raised on them?
I personally think that in a democratic country, Parliament must have full control of the agencies as well. Why do we make them into what is called a holy cow, that nobody can touch them? They must be made answerable. You may not interfere in a specific investigation, but at the end of the day, they must be made accountable to Parliament.
As a young man from Ladakh,
How do you see the abrogation of 370 and now being united through that step?
केवल 370 ही नहीं हटा, एक सक्षम राष्ट्र बनाने के लिए, एक देश को मजबूत करने का जो निर्णय पहले लेना चाहिए था, जो अटके हुए थे 70 सालों से, वो हुआ है। और ये केवल एक ही सरकार का एक ही अचीवमेंट में नहीं गिना जाएगा। आने वाले पीढ़ी जन्म जन्म तक इसको याद रखेंगे।
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
इस देश में बहुत समय के बाद एक ऐसी सरकार आई है जो सरकार टिकाने के लिए नहीं चल रही, देश को सुधारने के लिए सरकार चल रही है।
ये पहला एक बड़ा इवेंट हुआ है जहां पे आप इस पर विस्तृत तौर से इन डिटेल आप बात करेंगे, तो लेट अस एड्रेस ऑल इश्यूज।
Hello and welcome viewers. India's biggest news event is back. The 3rd edition of the Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. The biggest names, the biggest newsmakers, the biggest agents of change and transformation in India will be at the Republic Summit once again this year. So stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event by miles. Now, India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in together. So what does time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this theme means to you and send us your video via WhatsApp to 73044 The most compelling responses will get in-house seats to India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit. So join us in celebrating this time of transformation. And now, viewers, it's time for the headlines. Big setback for the lobby. Top court sets aside Maoist sympathizer G.N. Sai Baba's acquittal. Political blockbuster in battleground Karnataka, Kichcha Sudeep campaigns for Basavaraj Bommai. BJP leader Praveen hacked to death in Hubballi. BJP alleges political hand. Historic same-sex marriage debate continues in the Supreme Court. Centre files a fresh affidavit. Maharashtra Minister Gulab Rao Patil raises eyebrows with Pawar play not over yet remark. Unrest continues in Sudan. MEA raises concerns over safety of stranded Indian nationals. Viewers, we have breaking news coming in. It appears that the drama surrounding the NCP and the Pawar versus Pawar contest appears to not have ended despite Ajit Pawar's assurance. We now have a top Maharashtra minister, Gulab Rao Raghunath Patil, who has sparked a fresh row with a remark wherein he has said that something big can be expected in 2 to 3 days. He's also added that Ajit Pawar wants a way out. we'd seen how nearly 24 hours back there had been hectic speculation, there had been all kinds of statements coming from all of the principal regional parties in Maharashtra regarding Ajit Pawar seemingly wanted to break away from the NCP and from his uncle Sharad Pawar. However, Ajit Pawar himself came out and he said that he remains with the NCP, and he poured cold water on that speculation. Now though, we have a senior minister who has something to say on the topic. Let's listen in to Gulabrao Patil.
सभी चैनल पर और सभी वृत्तपत्र पर आप देखेंगे तो एक ही यहाँ पर बात दिखाई दे रही है कि अजीत पवार जी अपनी पार्टी छोड़ रहे हैं। और मुझे तो भी लगता है कि इतना वातावरण जो महाराष्ट्र में बन रहा है तो उसका मतलब यही होता है कि उन्होंने तय कर लिया है कि मुझे पार्टी छोड़ना है। ये कोई ज्योतिष को पूछने की जरूरत नहीं है। कोई भी आदमी की बात भी पेपर में या टीवी में आती है तो इसका मतलब यही होता है कि कुछ न कुछ चल रहा है, गड़बड़ है। और मुझे लगता है कि यह गड़बड़ पार्टी को स्थलांतर करने की है, पार्टी से निकलने की है, और वो होना 2-3 दिन में तय है, ऐसा बहुत से लोग बोल रहे हैं।
पूछे हसन मुश्रीफ साहब को उनके ऊपर प्रेशर है क्या नहीं। आप जाकर पूछे अनिल देशमुख जी को उनके ऊपर प्रेशर है क्या नहीं। आप जाकर पूछे जितेंद्र आवाड़ जी को उनके ऊपर प्रेशर है क्या नहीं। और कितने नाम चाहिए आपको मुझे बताइए। आप जाइए प्रफुल्ल पटेल जी के यहाँ और उनको पूछे कि आपके ऊपर प्रेशर है या नहीं। जिस तरह से जांच एजेंसी सेंट्रल प्रेशर बनाकर फिर बीजेपी ऑपरेशन कर रही है, उसके ऊपर अगर हमारे जैसे लोग बोलते हैं तो जरूर बीजेपी को गुस्सा होना चाहिए और किसी को गुस्सा होने की जरूरत नहीं। ये क्या किसी पार्टी के बारे में मैंने कहा कि महाराष्ट्र में अपोजिशन को तोड़ने की कोशिश हो रही है। ये सच है या झूठ है, ये अजीत दादा ने बताना चाहिए।
So you've just heard a couple of statements, one from the government and the other from the MVA about Ajit Pawar, and it appears that there is still some smoke to the fire. We have Alisha joining us who knows more about this. Alisha, what is Gulabrao Patil hinting at? Is this saga not over?
Question over the statement that has been given by Maharashtra Minister Gulabrao Patil, who clearly mentioned that expect something big in 2 to 3 days. He clearly mentioned that the atmosphere which is building up in Maharashtra, it is very much clear that Ajit Pawar has decided that he is leaving his party. Something is cooking up, something is wrong. Why to ask an astrologer? And moreover, he also mentioned that many people are saying it will happen in next 2 to 3 days. Sharad Pawar is a very senior and a big leader. What he says, that exactly opposite things happen. Why every MLA are meeting Ajit Pawar if there is nothing wrong? So something surely will happen in next 2 to 3 days. So such indication that we are getting in from Maharashtra government itself, and Ankit, this is not the first time. Even earlier we heard whether from the BJP or whether from the Shiv Sena, who clearly mentioned that there are many of the leaders who are in touch with BJP. It will be very immature for them to name who are the MLAs and the opposition leader who are in touch with. Whether the fact Ajit Pawar yesterday itself made it very clear that there is no rift within the party, within the NCP. He will stay with the NCP. But there are several meetings that has indicated there is something wrong that is going to be coming in the next few days. And that is what also has been indicated by Maharashtra Cabinet Minister Gulabrao Patil, clearly saying that the atmosphere which has been building in Maharashtra, it is very clear that Ajit Pawar had decided to leave his party, and something surely will happen in next 2 to 3 days.
So we are keeping our eyes peeled wide open for what may or may not happen in the next couple of days. With Ajit Pawar, there always appears to be more there than meets the eye, and certainly there are enough noises that have been made in the last couple of days from both camps, Alisha, from both camps, to suggest that this saga is not yet over. I thank you, Alisha, for joining us. Viewers, we are moving on right now because we have a lot of election news also coming in, which we'll bring you up to date with right now. Now, viewers, ahead of the Karnataka Assembly poll slated for May the 10th, the Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai is set to file his nomination from Shigaon today.
Yeah, I'm not in a position to comment on the
Kannada
political
actor.
aspect of it. I'm here to support father in his constituency because he has a bigger responsibility of going through the state. So my responsibility is his constituency.
Actor Kichcha Sudeep met with BJP senior leaders like JP Nadda, the National Party President, and the State President Nalin Kumar Katil today at the Hubballi airport. He also accompanied the BJP Party President at his roadshow in Shigaon. BJP Party President JP Nadda held a mega roadshow in Shigaon after he paid a visit to the Sri Siddharudha Mutt in Dharwad district. JP Nadda also visited the Siddharudha Mutt to seek support and blessings from prominent Lingayat seers in Hubballi. The former Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa's son B.S. Vijendra offered prayers ahead of filing nomination from the Shikaripura Assembly constituency today. He said that he was happy that the BJP has given him a chance to contest his first election from the same constituency from where his father contested.
शिकारपुर कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी भारतीय जनता पार्टी का गढ़ है। पिछले 40 साल से येडियुरप्पा जी को लगातार आशीर्वाद दे रहे। मुझे खुशी है इस बात की, कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी जहां येडियुरप्पा जी लड़ रहे थे पिछले 40 साल से, यही कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में मुझे पहला चुनाव लड़ने के लिए मौका दिया है।
The Bharatiya Janata Party had released a list of star campaigners for 40 leaders, or rather comprising 40 leaders for the Karnataka Assembly poll slated on May the 10th. Prime Minister Modi, JP Nadda, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh Yogi Adityanath, B.S. Yediyurappa, Basavaraj Bommai, Prahlad Joshi and many more have made it to the star-studded list. Congress leader Jagdish Shettar, who quit the party after being denied a ticket, filed his nomination from Hubballi Dharwad Central Assembly constituency. He will face BJP candidate Mahesh Tenginkai in the election. After Lakshman Savadi and Jagdish Shettar, a new name has been added to the list, as Ainur Manjunath is all set to quit the BJP as well. He will resign as MLC, and from the primary membership of the BJP, he will be submitting his resignation to the Speaker of the Council, Basavaraj Horati, today. Ahead of filing his nomination papers as the Congress candidate for the upcoming Karnataka elections, Congress leader Siddaramaiah held a massive rally in Varuna. An independent candidate, Yankappa, paid his deposit of 10,000 rupees entirely in 1 rupee coins while filing his nomination from Yadgir constituency of Karnataka. He collected the coins from people across the constituency to contest the Karnataka elections on May the 10th. The AIADMK will contest the upcoming Karnataka elections. The AIADMK's General Secretary Edapadi K. Palaniswamy announced D. Annarbasaran as the candidate from the Pulikeshi Nagar constituency. Viewers, we have more news coming in now. Indian climber and entrepreneur Anurag Malu had gone missing at Mount Annapurna in Nepal after falling into a crevice there, and a rescue effort was underway. The family and friends of Anurag have launched a petition now to bring him back. We have Suesha joining us from the Delhi newsroom to tell us more about the operation. Suesha, what is the latest that we know?
Absolutely, Ankit. So the thing is that the hunt is on for the 3 Nepalese Sherpa guides who had gone missing. And the accident that happened was at a very dangerous section of Mount Everest. This was after an avalanche when the incident had occurred between the
the first camp and the base camp of Mount Everest, where the Sherpas were carrying expedition logistics. And although the rescue operations are underway, but it is being said that there are very slim chances that they can be rescued, because they are believed to be buried nearly under 5 to 6 meters of snow after that avalanche. A team of about 25 high altitude guides who were climbing above the Khumbu ice fall when the massive ice sheet just fell over, and they tumbled to about 50 meters down that mountain. This was below Camp 1, that is 5,700 meters, where the 3 Sherpas were buried after this incident happened. Now, this was, of course, reported by the local papers in Kathmandu, also putting out details of how the search mission that still continues, but very slim chances that they can be rescued after this avalanche. And this is one of the most dangerous sections, like I had mentioned, of the Mount Everest. And according to the report, Bigyan Koirala, who is an official of the tourism department, had said that there are choppers that are doing multiple rounds of the areas. There are record detector that has also been installed to get a sense of the avalanche transceiver to search and locate people who are buried under the snow. But really at this point, as they're still hunting for those 3 Sherpas, they're also trying to get details because this was a 7.8 magnitude earthquake that caused that avalanche when they were uphill. They were trekking towards the first camp, and it was then that this accident, this avalanche occurred, and now they are believed to be...
Right. We'll get you more updates on that search, viewers. In Karnataka, the battle has heated up. There are 4 bigwigs who will file their nominations today. Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai will file his nomination from the Shigaon constituency in Haveri district, and the BJP National President JP Nadda, as well as popular actor Kichcha Sudeep, will accompany him there. That is what we are witnessing. We also have B.Y. Vijendra, the son of Yediyurappa, who will file his nomination from the Shikharipura constituency. His father will accompany him. Jagdish Shettar will file his nomination as a Congress candidate from the Hubballi-Dharwad Central constituency in the presence of local Congress leaders there after his recent switch. And also another senior Congress leader, former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, will file his nomination from the Varuna Assembly constituency. The visuals that we are beaming to you right now are from Shigaon, where Basavaraj Bommai, Kichcha Sudeep and JP Nadda are present, and also present is Prajwal. Prajwal, what are you witnessing right now? What is the kind of turnout we've seen, and what is the fanfare we've seen? Prajwal, over to you.
Ankit, right now the roadshow has ended here, and it has come to the last stage where a stage program will be held here at public ground in Shigaon, and we have moved to the bylanes of the Shigaon Assembly constituency here, where initially the roadshow was expected to end within 1 kilometer, but we travelled for over 3 to 3.5 kilometer, and finally the roadshow has come here, and there is a massive stage program which will be starting soon in the next 4 to 5 minutes is what we get to understand, where all the 3 popular personalities, which is Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai, the BJP National President JP Nadda and Kichcha Sudeep will also be addressing them. And the turnout of only for the roadshow, from what we get to understand, was anywhere between 15,000 to 20,000, and now it has increased to over 50,000 to 70,000 right in front of us, because this is the massive stage show that we are speaking about in Shigaon Assembly constituency as well. And the people are thrilled and overjoyed, more so because of the fact that Sudeep has personally come here to go on and campaign for him, and this will be the beginning of Sudeep's campaign, but we understand that he will go ahead and conduct another 20 to 25 rallies for the BJP party or for the candidates who Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai states here. Look, this is one section of the crowd here, Ankit, but on the right side I also want to go ahead and show the pavilion here. You can look at the pavilion here, to hundreds and hundreds of people queuing up on the pavilion as well to go ahead and just get a glimpse of Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai and hear him speak as well. So this entire ground is completely packed. It is completely packed here. More and more number of people coming in here, and this exactly shows as to why Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai is quite a popular face in his assembly constituency as well. And remember that this will be his first official campaign as the Chief Minister of Karnataka in his own assembly constituency, because he had not come here to campaign for himself in the past because he was busy going on campaigning for he was busy going ahead and campaigning for other candidates too. So this is the official show of strength by the BJP party right here. And even as we are going on and approaching the stage over here, you are going on and getting these visuals of Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai being garlanded by his supporters as well. And this is just a witness for you right there on the screen as well. And you can look at JP Nadda, Kichcha Sudeep, and all these dignitaries who are present on the stage as well. Yes, our audio might be a bit jarring, but you see that more and more number of people are coming in. We're seeing all the ministers. We're seeing Mr. B.C. Patil. We're seeing Mr. Murugesh Nirani. We are also seeing Mr. Govind Karjol and Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai, JP Nadda and Kichcha Sudeep at the center of the stage. And this is seemingly